figured today's show is going to be just us chatting up about what happened at Hennepin Hundred and what we've been up to the last couple weeks.
World-class event.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we had.
It is fun. It's such a fun weekend.
Yeah, Krystal's a 50-mile and 100-mile finisher at Hennepin.
Yeah. I enjoy I liked volunteering more, I think. I like giving back.
Yeah.
I like helping others. So the volunteer side was more rewarding, I think, for like my soul. I mean, I loved finishing both of those distances, but I think the volunteer part was just, it's definitely more fun. Wasn't as exhausting for me.
Yeah.
Even though I was up all, for like 2 days, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, you didn't get any. Did you get any sleep during the race?
Like a 30-minute nap.
Yeah.
That's it. My daughter slept 8 hours in the car.
Yeah, Krystal was there at 5 a.m. and she was there at after the finish line. So.
Well, I was there Friday night at Pack a Pickup.
Yeah.
I was the problem solver extraordinaire, and then set up the start line, took down the start line, and then I went to almost every aid station, just down the line, asking if everyone's okay. I had extra volunteer shirts. I was just kind of like boom, 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 and then I ended up at the finish line.
And where were you during the rain?
And sitting in the car. I pulled off to the side of a road, off the side of the road, and I'm like, I'm not driving in this. We are waiting. So we just sat in the car for like 20 minutes.
Oh, so was it pouring that hard where you didn't
want
to drive?
I had left the new aid station, the turnaround aid station.
Okay.
The one that the
11.
Yeah, 11 that the Run Junkies did. Because I saw the clouds coming in, and I'm like, we have to go. Because I didn't want to be on those like back roads while it was pouring. So I got out onto a main road, and then it started raining. So we just kind of pulled off, and we waited like 20 minutes, and it let up a little bit. So then we just kept on going. We stopped at, what is that? That corner store, Coop. Cooper's Coop or some.
Paxton's Coop.
Yeah, we got ice cream.
And Michele, were you like, where is she?
No, it's her.
She doesn't have to worry about me.
Yeah, she was delivering volunteer shirts
Mm-hmm.
and stopping in and checking, and I had to I can only see so many aid stations, so I stopped by, and then it's a race to the finish line, and our 100-mile relay team was insanely fast this year. And I had to boogie to get there and be ready for them at the finish line. But yeah, we had some definite world-class runners at the race this year.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
We had Camille Haran.
Woohoo! Camille.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
She's so nice. She's so nice.
She just giggles. Like she's just so happy.
Yep.
And she loves what she does. She did a great pre-race talk on Friday night.
Yeah, what did she say? I was still in the other room helping with bibs, so I didn't get to hear her.
I was kind of nervous, and so I don't know that I could recap it very well.
And that was your first time doing that, right? With like a presenter before?
No, we have done it before a little bit, but we actually moved into the school this year, which thank goodness.
Okay. Yeah.
Because last year we had, what was it? Like 400 no, 480 runners. I think we had last year, and this year we had 608.
Boom.
Wow.
So. Yeah. And actually, I had closed registration at 500, so that was 108 people. That emailed me and said, please, can you let me in? And I mean, we had permission for that many people. I just like to be very conservative on how many people I allow to park. I don't want there to be any congestion. I want the crew to be happy when they park. I don't like them parking 9 miles down the road to go take care of somebody. So I just kind of like to grow and watch how that goes.
Yeah.
But our crew was so great because I stopped at all the aid stations, and at the pre-race talk I had said, make sure you get all 4 tires off of the road because we got farmers out there, and they were fantastic.
They were.
Every aid
I didn't
station.
notice any parking issues at any of the stations we went to.
Yeah, they were so good. It was that pre-race talk, I think.
If anyone
definitely-
broke that rule, it was probably me. I'm like, I'm just going to stop here real quick. Hop out. Okay, you guys good? You need anything? Here are your volunteer shirts. Okay, bye. Maybe one tire was on the road.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
they
Michele.
were really good. Next year, I do think we can grow the race.
Yeah.
We've seen what it looks like at 600, and we definitely got room.
Oh,
The
yeah.
trails got room, and parking honestly is better than it is at Kettle 100. So that
Yep.
was really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Then we also had Billy Richards, the 100-mile slayer, at the race that finished the 100-mile carrying the flag.
Yep.
That was really exciting.
That was really cool to see him finish.
Yeah, he stayed at Todd McMillion's house, and he was dying because he didn't know that Camille Haran was staying there too.
Oh,
so
yeah. Yep.
That was pretty exciting for him.
Yeah, I think he was geeking out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Rightfully so.
And then we had billionaire Jesse Eitzler come, and so I know who his wife is better than him. I actually didn't know who he was. People introduced me to him, and I think I actually said, "Excuse me, I got some work I got to do," because I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
I thought he looked like a very interesting guy. He has a great look to him. But it was on Friday at Pack and Pickup. I was super busy
It was
trying
crazy
to make sure
there.
everything was going
Yeah.
well, and I'm pretty sure I excused myself from the conversation. But he was so nice, and if you don't know who he is, his wife started Spanx, and so she's a self-made billionaire. He's a self-made billionaire, and out of all the races in the country to choose, he chose the Hennepin 100.
That's
race.
amazing.
Yeah.
So.
That's really cool.
And he came with like 4 other people, and they looked really super fit. They were like strong
Yeah.
guys, and they were under 24 hours, so he got the big buckle.
Oh, yeah.
And they all ran in together and had their arms up.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it was
That was a
really
good finish.
exciting.
That was fun.
And then he sat down, and I still didn't know who he was. I just knew I liked him because he just seemed very interesting.
Yeah.
But it was, I had heard on the course everybody was talking like, "Did you know there's a billionaire out there?" I'm like, I did not know.
And how cool are your events out here in this rural area, and you're attracting these big names, people know it's a quality event and they know what you do for your runners, and it's just awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. Well, I mean, the towns along the canal have very much welcomed people. It's
Right.
like you said, the Midwest politeness.
Yeah.
And they're very proud of the trail.
Yes.
And they want everybody, they love it. That's why we put on races, and they want everybody else to love it.
Yep.
And so they make it, and the volunteers, like our aid stations this year were so
terrific,
crazy
yeah.
good.
Oh, my gosh. This is some of the best aid stations. Like,
Yeah.
I've never been happier coming into an aid station. Hennepin is just top-notch. Top-notch volunteers, top-notch race director, top-notch aid stations, everything.
Yeah, I've been emailing or messaging with a bunch of the aid station captains, and they're all like totally excited of, like they know that they did a good job
Yeah.
this year.
Right.
They're like, but next year I can make it even better.
Yeah.
Next year I'm going to do this, and they're planning, all that they're going to do. So
Yep.
I
And
thought
they all seem to have their own little character, like they kind of design it around their personalities. Or,
Yep. Yeah, different themes
Right.
and different, music and lights, and it's just so cool.
and as a race director, I don't micromanage what they're doing. It's
That's
like,
cool.
okay, you're taking care of this. You do it however you want to do, and you trust them to do it, and they knock it out of the park. If I tried to tell them what to do, it wouldn't be theirs.
Right.
And so it's, they do a great job. We're so lucky. I really would like to run the race one year.
You should.
Yeah, are you
What
gonna
distance would you?
are you gonna RD when I run it?
Sure. Sure. Yes.
We need to make
actually,
that
we
happen
are
for you.
planning on running. Well, we're going to
yeah.
earn that 50K. Where's that? Which one's that?
This is 50K. Okay.
So we're gonna fat ass our own
The
event.
barn door's
Uh-huh.
open.
And so we're gonna do it at night, and run and earn. We have some of those left over, so we're going to run and earn our own medal.
I'm so excited. I want that medal. I saw it and I was like, oh, should have.
It is really.
I
It
was
is
thinking
great.
about doing the 50K this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'll just volunteer the whole time. And then I saw the medal and I'm like, shit,
Michele already gave me a job.
I'm busy now.
Yeah, I saw Camille posted that it was one of her favorite medals of all time.
Oh, cool.
And she has a little video with it, her opening and shutting it over and over.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen. I'm friends with her on Facebook, and I know her because we were on Team Innovate together. So we've known each other since before she was an ultra runner.
Wow.
And so I've been friends with her on Facebook for a long time, and I don't remember her posting any other videos of her.
It might have been on Instagram.
It was on Facebook and
Was it?
Instagram,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She ran fast.
She did.
That
Wow.
50K. Woo.
Yeah,
Course record, right?
Yep, course
Ooh,
record.
man.
Female course record, and
Yep.
she was first overall.
Wow.
Yeah, we'd like to have her back for the 100.
What was her 3:27:21?
Yep.
Yeah, she came screaming into that finish line, and there's my daughter Kaylee was there, and some other kids. They were all lined up, giving high fives.
It was
and,
so cute.
Yeah,
And
it
she was
cute.
smiling at
I
them
know.
all, and it was really precious.
Yeah.
I heard somebody asking her before the race what her game plan was, and she said, oh, I'm going to run about 80%.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
what she told somebody.
Yeah, I
She
think
did,
she
yeah.
runs by heart rate, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not her racing pace. That was
Isn't
a
that
tune-up
unbelievable?
race for World
Course record
Championship,
and-
24-hour World Championships. That she's probably at, like, I think it might be. It's really soon. It's like next weekend or something.
Oh wow. Yeah. It's cool.
So yeah, that wasn't even the best she can do.
Right.
And that course record is going to be hard to beat. Although every year I keep thinking that our course records are so fast, I'm like, oh, it's going to be hard to beat. And there's always our 50-mile course record was broke too by Maxim. I don't know how to say his last name. I'll have to put it.
Oh
on.
yeah, we were there. I saw him finish. Yeah. Yeah, he came also screaming into that finish line.
Yeah, it was really cool because Phil had the old course record and they were racing, so it probably really helped
okay.
each other.
Yeah.
And it was a PR for Maxim, so he got to ring the PR bell.
Nice.
And Phil, I'm sure that Phil being on his tail probably helped
Oh,
too.
yeah. And he was so after he crossed the finish line and he was down at the that finish area, but he came back up and was like, this was such a great race, thank you. He was thanking all the volunteers. It was just like he was so grateful. But it wasn't all about him. It was like,
Yeah.
I love that even though you're setting course records, you're still grateful. And Camille too. She's like, this was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Giving all the kids high fives. Like they're so kind and humble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that.
That happens in the trail.
Oh yeah,
community.
it does.
It's such a unique sport where you get to rub elbows with the best Camille's one of the best athletes in the country, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there she is towing the line with average Joes.
Yeah.
And she was very approachable. I go out to the running event in Texas every year, and there's actually a lot of elite athletes there. And I was at the Squirrel's Nut Butter booth, and like Jim Walmsley's there, and Eric Senseman, like all the Cocachino Cowboys, and and they're all that approachable. The only one I was actually nervous around was Jim Walmsley. I like saw him and I'm like, I don't know how to talk to him. Like, you look just like that poster I saw. But I met Eric from working with him too. So he's just super duper nice. But it's just the trail people.
Yeah.
I don't know, something's different.
Yeah, I was gushing when I saw Camille too, and she was getting ready for the 50K, and then I didn't want to disrupt her, and but she saw me kind of eyeing her, and she actually approached me and said, "Do you want a picture?" And I'm like, "Yes,
That's
yes, I do. I
nice.
didn't want to bug you because I know it's pre-race and stuff." And she came over, and I got a picture with her right by the canal there.
Oh,
But,
nice.
Yeah, it was great. She's so sweet, just like
She
you know,
really
you know
is.
her as this ferocious competitor, but then she was just really nice.
Yeah, she said something like, imagine just all of a sudden figuring out that you're just really good at something that you like to do.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And she likes to compete. She likes to, to get better and,
Yes.
try to be the fastest and break records and stuff, but she just has so much fun doing it.
She does have fun. Both her and her husband have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
And he's an accomplished athlete as well.
Yes.
Yep. So that is just amazing to have that the support that they have for each other is really
Yeah.
endearing as well.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a fun weekend. We had a blast. We were actually on the drive home. I had to pull over. I'm like, Kaylee, I'm gonna fall. Like I was falling asleep while I was driving home after being up for like 2 days. And
Yeah.
Kaylee, my daughter's in the back, like do on her iPad. No idea that I'm like at the wheel. So I pulled over and took like a 10-minute nap
Yeah.
and then drove, finished driving home. But man, it was so worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, we got to get your daughter to driving age so she can drive you home after
She
that.
needs
so,
to start
yeah.
driving me. That's right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's coming.
I'm gonna put it in my notes later. That
It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
yeah, she doesn't have any siblings to tote, younger siblings to tote around, so
Yeah.
she's gonna have to tote me around.
After you run your hundreds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, she would totally. Like, she says she wants to crew me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's a great crewer.
Yeah.
I mean, we've definitely done crew duty
That's right. Yeah, she
together.
was out in Leadville with us when we were crewing.
Yeah. She's really a good girl. I
She
like her
is.
a lot.
She was at a sleepover last night and picked her up, and they said she was like the best behaved. And I'm like, really? For her?
Well, Krystal's a very good mom. She's like, oh no, you're not. She puts her in her place like right away, and
Yeah.
Kaylee just goes, okay, mom.
Yep. Yeah, I told
But
her,
she
I'm
does
like,
it in
if
such
you
a
are not
nice
the most
way.
behaved child at the sleepover, I'm gonna kill you. And she was like, okay. So she was on her game
Yeah.
last night at the sleepover. So good job,
You're a
Kaylee.
good
Love
mom.
you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm hard on her, but I love her. It's tough love.
That's nice. She was at the weekend with you, though.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Hennepin.
Oh, yeah. She goes everywhere with me. She would have been here had she not been with her dad, but
Okay.
Yeah, we need to have her as one of the shows because she's very mature too.
well, yeah, she's been around adults
Yeah.
from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So she just had to. She's still a kid though. She's only 9. I have to remember that sometimes. I get
And is
frustrated.
she into running or anything?
She
like
does.
that,
I'm
or-
actually gonna sign her up for Earth Day 5 mile.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
quite a distance.
she's done
for a
like
9-year-old.
she's done a few 5Ks with me. She did a 4-mile race with me, road races. And I said, you need to do a trail race. She's like, okay. So I said, I'm going to sign her up. And I'm not going to run with her. She's going to go out there with everyone else, and she's going to do it by herself. And I told her, I'll be at the finish line for you.
Aw.
So she's going to follow I'm going to take her out there and do a couple practice runs with her. And so she's going to,
She
do it by
Is she
herself.
pretty determined?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, she has to get back to me. So she'll be, if she knows, she
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
I'm not going with her. So she has to navigate through the woods and find her way back to me.
So,
What's up?
Yeah, that was good.
What's up?
Lots up.
So that was just our little recap of
Yeah.
Hennepin weekend, and pretty exciting.
Yeah, come out to Hennepin. Yay, it's
Yeah,
the best
Hennepin
weekend
World-class
ever.
event.
It's so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, for coming.
Sure thing.
Woohoo.